Author's note: this video is my review of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, based on Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling, directed by Chris Columbus, published by Warner Brothers, Heyday Films and 1492 Pictures, starring Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, Tom Felton, Robbie Coltrane, Warwick Davis, Richard Harris, Ian Hart, and Alan Rickman as Severus Snape. Rated PG.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
Folks, this year I am going to review every film in the Harry Potter series. From the Sorcerer's Stone to the Deathly Hallows, my goal is to cover everything in the Harry Potter saga. We'll start with the Sorcerer's Stone, or actually the Philosopher's Stone. That's the original name of the first book.
Holy cricket! You're Harry Potter!
With the rising popularity of the Harry Potter franchise, Warner Brothers bought the rights to produce a movie saga from J.K. Rowling. Released in 2001, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was a smashing success, making a whopping $974.8 million at the box office.
No, sir. Not one blasted miserable...
Orphaned as an infant and raised poorly by the Dursleys, Harry Potter is invited to the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Little does he realize, he became famous for surviving a confrontation with Lord Voldemort. There's something about young Harry Potter that intrigues me. He's a boy with a pure heart and an innocent soul, and yet he suffered in many ways due to living with abusive relatives and had little to no knowledge about his parents. And yet, even after all he went through, it's still amazing how Harry is able to keep his spirits high. I was also confused by why he was popular until his backstory was brought up. Quite a lucky kid. But the strength of the young wizard comes not from his skills, but the friendships he develops. Over time, he becomes friends with the wisecracking and extremely moody Ron Weasley and the intelligent yet bossy Hermione Granger. It's this kind of friendship that allows the trio to overcome the obstacles set before them, and over time, they learn to trust and rely on each other like a strong bond. However, if I had a favorite character, it would be the gentle giant of a man named Rubeus Hagrid. He's always a jolly fellow and looks like the kind of guy who Harry can rely on. He's also a bit of a karmic trickster. If anything, I'm looking more forward to how Hagrid continues on as a character in the wizarding world. And folks, please don't tell me what happens. I've read enough spoilers to last a lifetime. But speaking of wizarding, there's a kind of magical aura when it comes to the world of Hogwarts. It feels enchanting in many ways to see an old English town and a giant medieval castle involving magic. Though in my opinion, it's the darker elements of Harry Potter that gives it more of a magical feeling compared to the lighter elements. Sometimes, when the shadows show up, you'll know something good is about to come out.
Everyone will please not panic.
That being said, I actually wish this movie was made into an animated series. I mean, sure, the plot was interesting to figure out, but I wouldn't mind an episodic series that dives more into Harry, Ron, Hermione, and even the teachers at Hogwarts. Miss Rowling, I wouldn't mind if you did an animated series involving Harry Potter. That would be something that I wouldn't mind checking out. My biggest regret of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, I wish I'd seen it in theaters when it came out. It may be a bit on the long side, but it's still a fun film that introduces us to the trio of Harry, Ron, and Hermione. If you're new to Harry Potter, do yourself a favor and check this film out. Now, one last thing. I'm going to try to review each of the Harry Potter films once a month, so I'll try to review The Chamber of Secrets in early March. Stay tuned, folks.
Assuming that my calculations are correct, I believe that a change of decoration is in order.